And good afternoon, welcome to Bowerfold, welcome to the third round of the Betfred Challenge Cup as Oldham entertain Dewsbury Rams here this afternoon, looking to bounce back from that defeat in the capital against London Broncos last weekend. Matt Horton here with you this afternoon, just looking after things while George is getting better. Here is the Ruffians lineup for this afternoon then. A couple of changes, no Ben O'Keefe, no Ryan Lannon this afternoon, both picked up knocks in the capital last week. So Riley Dean moves to fullback, Tom Nisbet, Jake Bibby, Ben Davies and Kieran Dixon moves to the wing. Morgan Smith, who missed last week, comes in at standoff and he partners Josh Drinkwater in the halves. Up front, Jack Ormondroyd, Matt Wildy and Owen Farnworth. Matty Ashurst alongside Ewan Moore, who makes a starting debut for the Ruffians this week. And the loose forward is Adam Milner. On the bench, Cole Geyer, Ted Chapelhow, Harvey Makin and a debut for Waine in the 17 this afternoon, and the 18th man is Sam Littler. We're underway at 3 o'clock here at Bowerfold. And we're underway here at Bowerfold this afternoon for this third round of the Betfred Challenge Cup as Oldham take on Dewsbury Rams here this afternoon. Oldham playing up the hill in the red and white this afternoon, and it's Dewsbury who will have first use of the ball here this afternoon. Parkinson at dummy half. Good shot from Ewan Moore. Nelms with the carry. Touch the ground in centre field. Run through the Oldham team shortly on that last tackle, and it's with Coates. Goes downfield, takes a bounce. It's a pretty firm track here again at Bowerfold this afternoon as Dean then looks to bring it back, and Riley Dean will be put to ground on the 30-metre line. Dewsbury in their traditional colours this afternoon, as are the Ruffians in the red and white with the blue shorts, as Nisbet with the carry. It's put to ground 8 short of halfway as Wildy at dummy half to Matty Asher, steps back in field, gets away from the first one, but it's Parkinson who brings him to ground. Wildy goes to that right hand side to Smith. Smith with a dummy taking the line on. He's put to ground on the 30-metre line. Oldham running up the slope here at Bowerfold in this first half as Milner goes short to Farnworth, and Farnworth tries to spin out, and Farnworth looking for a late offload. He's just put to ground on the last tackle. 18 out to the left to Drinkwater, back on the inside to Dean. Dean puts boot onto ball. It's taken by Callum Jordan. He's going to be trapped in goal. And it's going to be a goal line dropout here. Quickly run through the Oldham side. It's Riley Dean at fullback, Tom Nisbet, Jake Bibby, Ben Davies and Kieran Dixon. Morgan Smith and Josh Drinkwater at halfback, Jack Ormondroyd, Matty Wildy and Owen Farnworth up front. Matty Ashurst, Ewan Moore and Adam Milner at loose forward. On the bench, Cole Geyer, Ted Chapelhow, Harvey Makin and Emmanuel Waine. Dewsbury go long, it's bounced and Smith will trap on the foot, and it's going to be Ormondroyd to bring it back. Gets to the 40 and Jack Ormondroyd, good carry, good starting platform here for the Ruffians as Wildy waits at dummy half, and Alan Kilshaw's first game in charge as Farnworth with the carry. Gets to the 20-metre line, 20 in from this left-hand touch line as Wildy will jump from dummy half. We were expecting it left, but it goes to the right and Milner. And Milner is held 8 away from the line. Huge chance here for Oldham. Wildy at dummy half. Comes to the left to Drinkwater to Dean to Dixon for the corner. And Dixon's in! And Oldham have scored. 2 minutes 52 on the clock. And it's Kieran Dixon who gets the try. Simple shift to the left. Goes through the hands. Dean to Davies. Davies to Dixon. And the result's inevitable. And Kieran Dixon is in at the corner. Try scorer for Oldham, sponsored by Amari Plastics, number 2, Kieran Dixon. So Kieran Dixon with that opening try. If you are listening on Ruffians TV on the live commentary at the moment, dual role for me today, a bit of stadium announcing as well, so there may be some slight interruptions. Of course, we wish George all the best and hope he's back with us soon here on Ruffians TV. So Kieran Dixon with that opening try. He's also got the goal kicking duties this afternoon as well. Off this left-hand touchline, he knocked a couple over from here when we were here a fortnight ago against Old St James. It's been the driest day so far this week. Despite all the rain, the pitch is pretty firm as Dixon with the kick's got chances. That, you know, it's got chances. And the flags are up here at Bowerfall. It's the third round of the Betfred Challenge Cup. Matt Horton in for George Riley. And Oldham lead by 6 points to 0. And converting his own try for Oldham, sponsored by Amari Plastics, number 2, Kieran Dixon. It's Oldham 6, Dewsbury Rams 0. So Dewsbury get us back underway. It's going to be fielded by Drinkwater and it will be Farnworth from the back fence. Farnworth runs at Jacob Parkinson and Joe Summers. Wildy waits at dummy half to Davis. Davis crosses the 20 and he's put to ground in centre field. Wildy waits at dummy half, goes to the right hand side to Morgan Smith, goes 2 out to Ewan Moore. Ewan Moore put to ground on the 30 metre line as Wildy to the left to Smith. Smith looking for Drinkwater. Here's Dean into the line. It's got numbers and Dean's cut back in field when maybe the pass was the better option on halfway. Slow play the ball. It's Wildy. Tries this left side to Drinkwater. Drinkwater to Dixon. Dixon's got away. Oh, he's just been ankle tapped by Callum Jordan and Dixon's allowed to play on. Dixon's put to ground, 10 out. 10 in from this left hand touchline. Last tackle, Ashurst at dummy half. Goes across to Drinkwater to Smith. Here's Riley Dean through the hands, finds Bibby. Bibby's taken ball and all. And it is going to be a turnover on that far side and Dewsbury have survived. Electric start though from the Ruffians here at Bowerfall. 6-0 they lead. It's Dewsbury then, look to bring it away. Parkinson at dummy half. Parkinson at dummy half, goes to that right hand side. It's Joe Summers down that left hand side as Parkinson waits at dummy half again. Goes to the right, it's dropped off by Dan Coates and that's Declan Tomlinson on the charge. Parkinson waits at dummy half. It's back with Coates. Coates puts boot to ball. It's going to bounce in front of Dixon and Dixon's let it go and Dixon's had to bat it back in field and it's gone into touch. And Kieran Dixon's been caught out there with a 40-20 attempt. And it's going to be a turnover and Dewsbury have got A1 field position here. And they'll start 10 away from the line. Kieran Dixon just unable to keep that kick in. So first chance for Dewsbury then. As Hookham drops it off to Summers. Parkinson to Nelms and Nelms goes on his own and the Oldham defence, which was pretty good last week at London, is facing another test as Parkinson waits at dummy half, gets it to Hookham. Hookham, long ball, finds Jordan and Jordan up against Dixon and Jordan is heading into touch and it's going to be in goal as well, so it'll be a 20 metre restart and Oldham survive. 8 minutes gone here, Oldham 6. Dewsbury Rams 0. It's Davis then with the carry. Wildy waits at dummy half. Comes to the left hand side to Jake Bibby, a former Challenge Cup winner. We spoke to him on Roughheads TV in the week. It's Wildy at dummy half to the left hand side to Farnworth. Farnworth gets Oldham over halfway. As Wildy waits at dummy half. Set restart as well here for the Ruffians as Ashurst just takes it in and settles it. Wildy at dummy half, goes to the right to Milner. Milner to Smith. Smith got Bibby into the line. He's got Nisbet on the outside. Nisbet gets the burners on. Back on the inside to Bibby. And it's a second try for Oldham. 8 minutes on the clock. And it's Jake Bibby with the try. and Oldham lead by 10 points to 0. Superb shift to that right hand side. Good work from Morgan Smith. Gets it to Bibby, Bibby to Nisbet, and Bibby backs up on the inside to score, and Oldham lead by 10 points to 0. Try scorer for Oldham, sponsored by Martin Brooks and Roy Rainford, number 5, Jake Bibby. So Jake Bibby with that try for Oldham, and it puts the lead to double figures. There's a pretty decent crowd inside Bowerfold this afternoon.
I wouldn't even kick you,
Of course, the Carrot, potentially a Super League side in the next round. That game to be played on the 15th, or 14th, 15th of March. There's the next round scheduled for. It's Dixon then on the far touchline this side. Had the radar on for that first kick. And here is Kieran Dixon with the conversion attempt. Kicks on its way, he's given it a fair old thump, and that one's gone across the face of the post. So just coming up to just over 10 minutes gone here at Bowerfold. It's Oldham 10, Dewsbury Rams 0. And there is just a little bit of a... There's an injury here. Somebody's down in the far corner. We've got the Doc's on the pitch at the moment in that far corner. Just trying to see who it is. Who is it, Casey? Is it Kieran Dixon? Who is it? Is it Riley? Ooh. And an interchange for Oldham, leaving the field, number 7, Riley Dean. And making his debut for Oldham, please welcome number 17, Waine. As Wildy gets into dummy half, here is Emmanuel Waine. First carry in the red and white. And he gets to the 30-metre line as Wildy at dummy half to Milner. As Wildy at dummy half to his left-hand side to Drinkwater. Good quick pass for Ashurst, but it's been ruled forward. And Dewsbury will get a scrum just short of halfway. Looks like Ben Davis has gone to fullback. Manuel Waine is going to play in the centre, and Kieran Dixon will stay on the wing. So Manuel Waine to centre, Ben Davis to fullback is how it looks at the moment. So Dewsbury feed the scrums from the base of that left-hand side with George Senior, who's put to ground on halfway. Luke Nelms with the carry. Parkinson waits at dummy half to Jacob Hookham. Hookham for Lewis Collinson. It's Parkinson at dummy half, goes to Collinson. Here's Coates. Coates gets on the drop back. It was Bailey O'Connor, and O'Connor was dealt with. Parkinson waits at dummy half, goes that left-hand side to Coates. Coates gets through the first challenge, but not the second two. And it's last tackle, Dewsbury just outside the 20. It's McShane at dummy half, to the left to Hookham. Hookham drops it onto the boot, takes a nice bounce for Nisbet. And Nisbet gets some good after contact meters and gets 15 away from the line. Smith at dummy half to Bibby. Wildy at dummy half. Here's Waine on the charge again. Big, strong carry from Waine. He's going to become a firm favourite here with the Oldham fans as Wildy to the right to Milner. Here's Ormondroyd, just couldn't get it to Smith as quick play of the ball as Wildy to Milner. Here's Drinkwater to Ashurst. And Ashurst is wrapped up on the 20-metre line. Really, really quick set from Oldham. They've made 70 metres as Wildy to the right to Milner. Here is Smith. Smith puts the kick across, looking for Nisbet. Jump ball. It's been dropped by Nisbet. Falls into Dancourt's hands. And Dewsbury have it back, 10 away from their own line. As McShane then with the carry. Former Hunslet amateur player. Won everything there is in the amateur game as Craig McShane. As Delaney from dummy half gets to the 30-metre line. It's Parkinson to this right and Bailey O'Connor. Parkinson. Senior with that carry, last tackle. To the right and Jacob Hookham. Goes high, tester here for Dixon, and Dixon safe under that high ball, 5 away from his own line, and Twaw looked to go up the short side, did Dixon, and he's put to ground 15 away from the line. Drinky at dummy half, gets it to Waine, and Louis Collinson's been left on the ground as Wildy at dummy half to Ben Davis. Davis gets 8 short of halfway, Collinson still down. Wildy at dummy half, goes to the right to Milner. Here's Smith. Smith looked to be taken high by Coates, and Coates will put him to ground. Louis Collinson's okay to continue as Wildy at dummy half. Only one marker will shoot to Milner. Milner dummies, bounces away, gets it to Ashurst. Ashurst dummies and straightens up, and Matty Ashurst gets it to Wildy. Bit of real estate for Matty Wildy to run into. He's got Waine. Oh, Waine just can't bring that last pass in. And Callum Jordan will look to return it for Dewsbury. 15 gone here. Oldham 6, Oldham 10, Dewsbury 0 here in the Betfred Challenge Cup. It's Hookham at dummy half to Coates. We'll go 2 out to Brad Graham on that far side, and Graham's put to ground 3 short and halfway. That could have been a set restart. As Coates at dummy half gets it to Declan Tomlinson, and Tomlinson's wrapped up. 8 inside, and Tomlinson penalty. Must have been a loose carry. So penalty as Coates just drops it over the sideline, and Dewsbury will start 20 away from the line. Test here for this Oldham defence. Senior with the tap, and Senior will go on his own. And he's put to ground 13 away from the line. As Parkinson waits at dummy half. Here is Nelms. Nelms goes on his own, runs up Wildy, but he's chopped down below by Ewan Moore. Ben Davis getting his defence sorted out as Parkinson comes to the right to Coates. Here's Hookham, long ball, finds O'Connor, and O'Connor just runs into Ashurst. Good slide from that Oldham defence. It's McShane at dummy half to Hookham. Drops it off to Declan Tomlinson, and Tomlinson flicks it out the back to Collinson. Here is Hookham. Hookham with the dummy. Hookham's wrapped up 5 away from the line. Couple left in the set. As Parkinson waits at dummy half, gets it out to Coates. They've got numbers here of Dewsbury, and oh, it's great defence from the Ruffians. Last tackle, need to get some numbers to that right. They have done. As Tomlinson gets it to Hookham. Hookham drops it onto the boot. Nisbet's watching, and it's gone dead, and it'll be a 20-metre restart. And Oldham survive. 17:20 on the clock here at Borfold, and they lead by 6 points to 0 as Emmanuel Waine on the charge from that restart. Nisbet at dummy half to Dixon. Dixon just got a couple of unnecessary extras there, but Wildy gets it to Farnworth, runs at Horton. Offload is good, and Wildy's got chance to go. He's got Ashes with him. Wildy's found a gap. Can't get away from Craig McShane though. As Ashes waits at dummy half. Set restart for Oldham. Morgan Smith back on the inside to Milner. Milner running across the face of the Dewsbury to death. Offload. Didn't really need to. Gets it to Smith. Smith just needs to take the tackle really. And Morgan Smith might get it stolen one-on-one. He won't though. The second man's come in Brad Graham. 10 out from the line. Wildy at dummy half. Comes to the left. Here is Jack Ormondroyd on the charge. Jack Ormondroyd for the line. He's going to be ruled held up by Milo McKelvey. Change coming for Dewsbury. It's Wildy. Gets it to Drinkwater. Here is Smith to Davis into the line. Davis has to take the tackle. There's more at dummy half to Morgan Smith. Here's Milner to Farnworth. And Farnworth's 3 away from the line in centre field. Wildy waits at dummy half. Comes to the left to Drinkwater. Here is Ben Davis out for Dixon for the corner. And it's a second try for Kieran Dixon. And Oldham lead by 14 points to 0. Superb pass from Ben Davis. Cuts out Manu Waine in the centre. And Kieran Dixon gets it at the corner. And Oldham lead by 14 points to 0. Second try of the game. Sponsored by Amari Plastics for number 2. Kieran Dixon. Here is Dixon then, off this near touch line. He was successful from here. After that first try, here is he going to be good again? No, he's pushed it across the face of the post. Not happy with himself, but here we are in the third round of this Betfred Challenge Cup tie here at Borfold, and it's Oldham 14, Dewsbury Rams 0. 2 changes for Dewsbury. Leaving the field is 13 Declan Tomlinson and 14 Jacob Parkinson. Coming on 15 Jacob Bateman and 20 Valu Tane Bentley. So 2 changes for Dewsbury. As Dan Coates gets us back underway, it's Drinkwater under it, and here's Farnworth from the back fence. As Wildy at dummy half. Here's Emmanuel Waine with the carry. Powerful run from Emmanuel Waine. Loads of after contact meters. As Wildy at dummy half goes to the right to Smith to Davis. Davis tries to get away from Delaney but can't. Wildy waits at dummy half. Comes to this left hand side. And Milner takes the line on. Milner's through. Needs support. Just can't get away though from Keenan Tomlinson. 10 inside the Dewsbury half as they come to this left, and Drinkwater just dinks it over the top. Tester here for McShane fields, and Drinkwater gets there and he's got away from both of them. He got away from Wildy, and McShane's found a bit of real estate, and eventually it's Manu Waine who brings him to ground. Play the ball's quick though. Hookham at dummy half gets it to Bentley. Hookham at dummy half. Parkinson's still out there. It's Parkinson at dummy half. Goes to that left hand side to Dan Coates. Brad Graham the crash ball. 15-25 away from the line, Dewsbury now as Parkinson at dummy half comes to the right to Nelms. Nelms hangs on. As Parkinson at dummy half, goes to that left to Coates. Coates drops it on the boot again, and it's just been shuffled dead by Tom Nisbet, and it will be a goal line dropout as Harvey Makin looks to get out there for the Ruffians. As Drinkwater goes short, here comes Nisbet. It's been batted backwards, it's going to bounce, and Moore will bring it in. Oh, he's just knocked it on as Ewan Moore. That's unlucky, that. They're looking to get Harvey Makin out there. It will be after the kick, after this set, when this happens. From the scrum, Parkinson finds Horton. Horton can't get away from Ben Davis though. Parkinson to Bateman. It's Parkinson at dummy half, goes to the left to Coates. Coates looking for runners, decides to take the line on his own, and he's put to ground 8 away from the line. It's Parkinson at dummy half. Comes to the right hand side to Bentley, and Bentley goes on his own, and Bentley's wrapped up a couple away from the line. 15 and a half left in this first half as Parkinson gets it to Bateman. Bateman out to Graham, and Brad Graham's wrapped up. Couple left in the set. Last tackle, Parkinson gets it across the field to Nelms, and Nelms is going to be wrapped up, and Oldham will survive, and they'll be able to make that change now. And an interchange for Oldham. Leaving the field is number 10, Owen Farnworth, and coming on number 19, Harvey Makin. So Harvey Makin gets out there now for the Ruffians. Wildy at dummy half, and Dewsbury have gone too soon, and it's a relieving penalty for the Ruffians. Drinkwater with the touch finder. That's another one out of the ground. An Oldham start. 5 inside the Dewsbury half as Bibby to Drinkwater. Gets it to Wildy. Here's Harvey Makin's first carry of the game. It's Wildy at dummy half. Goes back to the right to Drinkwater. Here is Smith. Smith goes short to Ewan Moore. And Moore's lost it. Second tackle. And the chance has gone for the Ruffians. "14 minutes left here in this first half at Bowerfold. Oldham 14, Dewsbury Rams 0 here in this Betfred Challenge Cup tie. Coates feeds the scrum, comes to this right hand side, and Horton too slow, and Horton runs at Manu Waine, and Waine brings him to ground 10 short and halfway, 15 in from this right hand touchline. Callum Jordan goes from dummy half, gets little to no change from the markers. It's Parkinson goes to the left of Bateman. Here's Coates out to Brad Graham down that left hand side. Brad Graham just falls inside the Oldham half. Parkinson at dummy half. Good little scoop from Jacob Parkinson. It's Nelms at dummy half. Comes to the right to Bateman. Bateman goes on his own. Last tackle for Dewsbury. It's going to go to the left, and Coates. Coates goes high, looking to give one for Delaney to chase Nisbet. Clean under the high ball. And Oldham start 10 away from their own line as Smith at dummy half gets it to Bibby. Wildy at dummy half. Here's Ewan Moore. There's Wildy inside the 40, looks for the 40-20. Might not just bounce up the hill. Ooh, had a bit of a juggle did Thomas Delaney in the chase is good, and it's Wildy leading it. And they start 12 away from their own line. They'll go to McShane. Jay Chapelhow on his way for the Ruffians. As Parkinson at dummy half goes to the left to senior. Cole Geyer on his way as well. Parkinson, here is Luke Nelms down the hill. On the last tackle, Parkinson gets it to Hookham. Hookham's kick isn't very high. Kieran Dixon's not interested in this, and it's going to bounce once, going to touch. And it will be a turnover. Is Oldham prepared to make a couple more changes? And a change for Oldham. Leaving the field is number 13, Adam Milner. And coming on, number 14, Cole Geyer. And a second change for Oldham. Leaving the field, number 8, Jack Ormondroyd. And coming on is number 15, Ted Chapelhow. As Davis gets an offload to Geyer. Wildy at dummy half. Gets it to Ewan Moore. Geyer at dummy half, comes to this left-hand side. Wildy, short for Makin. Geyer at dummy half, to the left to Drinkwater. Here's Ashurst back on the inside, just can't quite get the offload to Geyer. Last tackle for the Ruffians. It goes to the right with Geyer. Geyer goes on his own, huge gap for Cole Geyer, gets the pass away, and it is a try for Oldham. And it's Ewan Moore who gets in for his first try of the club. And Oldham lead by 18 points to 0. Great deception from Cole Geyer to make his way through the line. Oldham forwards have pushed through, and it's Ewan Moore who gets his first try for the club. And Oldham lead by 18 points to 0. Try scorer for Oldham, available to sponsor number 16, Ewan Moore. Much easier kick this time for Kieran Dixon. As we come up to 9 minutes left in this first half here at Bowerfold. And here is kicks at Kieran Dixon with the conversion attempt, then just to the right of the post, kicks on its way, and the flag drop here at Bowerfold. And Oldham lead by 20 points to 0. Converted a try for Oldham, sponsored by Amari Plastics, number 2, Kieran Dixon. It's Oldham 20, Dewsbury Rams 0, and a change for the Rams. Leaving the field is number 8, Luke Nelms, and coming on number 12, Luke Means. As Oldham then off the back of the kickoff with Chapelhow gets beyond the 20s. Waine gets through the first challenge. Emmanuel Waine loves a bit of contact, gets an offload though to Harvey Makin. Makin gets through the first one and gets some good after contact meters. As Geyer waits at dummy half to Ben Davis. Geyer at dummy half to Wildy. Wildy to Drinkwater to Ashurst. Oh. It's Geyer at dummy half. Quick switch to the short side, but Geyer goes back to the open. Geyer finds a gap. Just can't get through it as Meehan brings him to ground on the last tackle. Wildy at dummy half. Set restart as Chapelhow with the carry. As Geyer at dummy half to Wildy. Here is Harvey Makin. Makin's wrapped up 10 away from the line as Geyer waits at dummy half. Comes to the right to Drinkwater. Drinkwater switches it back to Wildy. Wildy needs a drop off, has Davis to drop off and just needs to take the tackle while Oldham get a little bit more organised. That'd be a penalty. Ben Davis put into a dangerous position there. I know they say cup football, take your points, but maybe not today. We are at time off now. 6:22 left in this first half here at Barfold. Oldham leading by 20 points to 0. 4 tries, 2 goals so far. Ewan Moore, 2 for Kieran Dixon and 1 for Jake Bibby. As Oldham then decide to run from the penalty. It's going to be held up over the line is Ted Chapelhow. Geyer waits at dummy half. Comes to the left-hand side to Morgan Smith. Here is Drinkwater, drops it off to Ashurst, and Ashurst spins away. Just can't get the arm free as Geyer waits at dummy half. Goes short to Makin. It's a good tackle that on Harvey Makin with Jacob Bateman leading the way as Geyer waits at dummy half. Cole Geyer goes to the right to Wildy. Oh, Wildy juggled it a little bit, comes back to this left. Wildy goes on his own. Matty Wildy is held up. Just couldn't get the ball down. And we'll come back to the 10. There's Geyer at dummy half to Drinkwater, goes short to Chapelhow. And Chapelhow is upended, 5 away from the line as Geyer on the last tackle. Morgan Smith loops round. Morgan Smith goes for the line, and Morgan Smith is going to be held up right on the line. 5 minutes left in this first half. And Oldham will be looking to keep with some line speed pressure. They're looking to keep no penalties. That's the main thing here at the moment. As Dewsbury try to clear their ends as Parkinson gets into dummy half. Here is Bentley. Good run. That from Luke Meehan. Goes to that left-hand side and Bateman. Go to that left-hand side as Coates looks for the 40-20. Nisbet needs to get back there. It's probably going to have too much on it. It is. It's collected on the goal line as Nisbet lines up Davis but decides to go on his own. Puts the paw onto Delaney and he'll get 10 away from the line. 4 minutes left in this first half. As Davis with the carry. Geyer waits at dummy half, goes to the right hand side and Jake Bibby. It's Geyer at dummy half. Good run from Cole. Geyer's almost through, needs support, has it from Smith. Gets it to Ewan Moore. As Moore crosses halfway. It's Geyer at dummy half to Morgan Smith. Smith to Drinkwater. Drinkwater to Davis into the line to Emmanuel Waine. Waine with the fen. Waine keeps going and Emmanuel Waine's put to ground. 5 away from the line. It's Dixon at dummy half. To the right to Drinkwater. Crossfield kick. Who's interested in this? Everybody is. It's come off a Dewsbury hand. Should be play on and it's going to be 6 again. It is. It's going to be even better. It's going to be a try for Oldham. And it looks like it's Harvey Makin who's at the bottom of that. And Oldham lead by 24 points to 0. Makin.
number 19, Harvey Makin. And Harvey is available to sponsor.
So our first try in Oldham colours for Harvey Makin. As we get to 2 minutes left in this first half, Oldham are comfortably ahead here at Borfold. Here's Dixon then with the conversion attempt for the Ruffians. Kicks on its way, and the flags are up here at Borfold. Third round of the Betfred Challenge Cup. Oldham heading to round 4. They lead here by 26 points to 0. And converting a try for Oldham, number 2, Kieran Dixon. And Kieran sponsored by Amari Plastics. It's Oldham 26, Dewsbury Rams 0. Clock stopped with 1 minute 15 left. As Coates gets us underway again. As Waine takes control of the situation and winds it up and picks his defender, and big contact with Mearns and Bentley. Geyer waits at dummy half. Here is Chapelhouse, brother Jay in the crowd today as well. It's Geyer at dummy half, goes to the right to Ewan Moore. Moore puts a ground on the 30-metre line. It's Geyer waits at dummy half, comes to the right to Wildy. Wildy pops it short to Makin. They're going to try this, no, they're going to go to the right. As Chapelhouse with the carry. I think they wanted it to the left then, you know. They like this left edge of Oldham at the moment, as Drinkwater on the last tackle goes high. Tester here for Callum Jordan, and Jordan's lost it backwards. And he's given a knock on. There's only 10 seconds left, they need to be quick. Need to be really, really quick. As we're going to get to time off. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is it, half time here at Borfold. Tries for Jake Bibby, 2 for Kieran Dixon, Ewan Moore and Harvey Makin. 3 off the boot from Kieran Dixon mean Oldham lead here by 26 points to 0 at the break. As Dan Coates gets us back underway for the second half. Oldham playing left to right in this second half, going down the hill here at Borfold. The floodlights are on. It's a little bit nippier than it was at kick-off, I must admit, as Waine on the charge. Powerful run, offload again from Waine to Harvey Makin. Geyer at dummy half to Wildy. Here is Chapelhouse. And Chapelhouse gets to halfway. It's Geyer at dummy half. Goes to the left to Drinkwater to Ashurst. I think they're going to make a lot of hay down this left-hand side today, Oldham, as Geyer at dummy half to Drinkwater. Here is Wildy to Morgan Smith. Ewan Moore back on the inside. Straightens up. He's putting his back though on the last tackle, just outside the 20. As Geyer to Morgan Smith just puts a little dinky kick up. It's a jump ball, and it's well taken by Tom Delaney on this left-hand side. Dewsbury then having to come from their own goal line as Senior with the carry. Parkinson at dummy half gets it to Bailey O'Connor. Parkinson waits at dummy half again. Gets it that time to Jordan again. It's Parkinson. Oh, crunching tackle on Luke Mearns. Wow. As little kick comes through from Brad Graham, somebody needs to deal with it. Davis will deal with it, and he'll surrender into the tackle from Brad Graham as Nisbet on the pass from Smith, gets away from the first one, but Senior brings him to ground. It's Bibby at dummy half. Goes on his own. It's Geyer to Wildy. Here comes Drinkwater to Davis to Emmanuel Waine, playing in that centre role today. Dixon at dummy half to Drinkwater to Geyer. Here is Wildy, goes short for Ewan Moore. Moore spins and tries to get the arm free, and Ewan Moore has had that stolen. And it will be a penalty for Oldham. It's Geyer then. Referee said he wasn't ready. As Harvey Makin's going to have to go back and start again. As Geyer then gets it to Wildy. Chapelhow this time with the carriers. Luke Meehan's comes to meet him. Geyer waits at dummy half. Goes to the left at Smith. Here is Ashurst. Ashurst just can't get away, and he's put to ground 5 away from the line. It's Geyer at dummy half. Cole Geyer on his own. Cole Geyer for the line. He's going to be held up as the referee takes a little bit of a tumble. Always the fun part of the day when that happens. As Geyer waits 10 away from the line, comes to this right hand side to Drinkwater. Drinkwater to Makin. Makin straightens up. He's put to ground 5 away from the line. As Geyer waits at dummy half, goes to the left to Drinkwater. Drinkwater to Waine. Manu Waine for the line. Oh, he's passed it, and he's passed it to a Dewsbury player. And the chance has gone for Oldham. No penalties is the cry again here now. As Horton pinches a few from dummy half. Parkinson gets in there, ball's come out, and it's going to be a penalty, and Oldham have spoiled it. As Coates with the kick. Here's Bentley. Parkinson waits at dummy half to Bateman. Out the back finds Hookham. Oh, it's been flat dropped by Brad Graham, and Nisbet collects to play on. And Dewsbury have come up with an error play 1 as Smith gets it to Bibby. And Bibby just can't get out of the challenge from Brad Graham. As Geyer waits at dummy half, goes to that left hand side and Makin. And Harvey Makin is wrapped up 23 away from the line as Geyer at dummy half comes to the right to Drinkwater. Here's Smith, goes short to Moore. Moore needs an offload, gets an offload to Davis. Davis for Bibby, and it's a pair for Jake Bibby. 5.5 gone in this second half. Second try of the afternoon for Jake Bibby, and Oldham lead by 30 points to 0, and they're heading for round 4 of the Betfred Challenge Cup. Second try of the afternoon for Oldham for number 5, Jake Bibby. And Jake is sponsored by Martin Brooks and Roy Rainford. Great play there from Oldham, simple shift to the right, just a sheer numbers game. Moore got through the gap, got the offload out to Davis. Davis could have probably scored himself, but he just got the ball out and sent Jake Bibby in for his second try of the afternoon. And here is Kieran Dixon then with this conversion attempt for Oldham. Dixon kicks on its way, looks good this one, and the flags are up here at Powerfold. and Oldham lead by 32 points to 0.
And converting a try for Oldham, sponsored by Amari Plastics, number 2, Kieran Dixon. It's Oldham 32, Dewsbury Rams 0.
As Drinkwater fields the kick-off. It's going to be Chapelhow to bring it back. Dewsbury have just made a change.
Interchange for Dewsbury. Leaving the field is 15, Jacob Bateman, and returning number 16, Lewis Collinson.
As Geyer at dummy half off the run from Waine gets it to Dixon, who's infield looking for a little bit of work. Dixon picked up and put to ground, 5 short of halfway. As Geyer at dummy half gets it to Wildy out to short ball. Ewan Moore's away again, gets it to Nisbet. Nisbet puts the kick inside, taken by Geyer, and Geyer will score. Oldham go back to back, and it's Cole Geyer with the try. Great move down this right hand side. Didn't think the kick was the right option from Tom Nisbet, but great work from Ewan Moore again in the build up, and Cole Geyer is the man on the spot, and he gets the try, and Oldham lead by 36 points to 0.
Try scorer for Oldham, number 14, Cole Geyer. And Cole is available for sponsorship.
Good news is that Riley Dean's just emerged from the changing rooms. The bad news is he doesn't look well. To be fair, as Kieran Dixon lines up this conversion attempt for the Ruffians. It's just a little bit further out than the last one that he was successful with. As Joran Purcell makes his way. Here's Dixon then with this conversion attempt. He's got chances, he's got great chances. Flags are up here at Bowerfold, and Oldham lead by 38 points to 0.
And converting the try for Oldham, sponsored by Amari Plastics, number 2, Kieran Dixon. And it's Oldham 38, Dewsbury Rams 0.
As Coates gets us back underway, it's going to bounce awkwardly. Easy for Drinkwater though, and it's going to be Chapelhow from the back fence. And he gets to the 20-metre line as Geyer waits at dummy half. Comes to the right, comes to Emmanuel Waine, who's come from the miles back. Big, strong run from Emmanuel Waine. It's Geyer at dummy half to Ashurst. Cole Geyer waits at dummy half, goes to the right to Chapelhow. Chapelhow held on halfway. And he's called time off. I think maybe looking for a penalty. I'll be generous. As Geyer at dummy half goes that left hand side to Drinkwater. Long cut out past Dixon. Cuts back in field. Kieran Dixon gets away from 1, tries to get away from 2 but can't. Geyer waits at dummy half to Smith. Smith goes high. Here comes Ben Davis, tester for McShane, and McShane really safe under that high ball. A former National Conference Player of the Year is Craig McShane. As Dewsbury haven't had many chances today. Bring it away, of course. They've still got Paul Sykes on the books as well at Dewsbury. 42 years old, I think he is now. 11 and a half gone in this second half as Parkinson at dummy half gets it to Collinson. It's Parkinson at dummy half. Means gets over halfway. Parkinson, goes to the right to Jacob Hookham, goes out wide to O'Connor. O'Connor, well, it's not the best kick. O'Connor chases and it's bouncing everywhere. It's been knocked forward into the hands of Matty Wildy. That's going to be play on and should be a 0 tackle for a knock on as well. Not given, as Nisbet infield to help out. As Geyer waits at dummy half. Here is Waine. As Manu gets 5 short of halfway. And here is the set restart for Oldham as Geyer gets it to Wildy, to Harvey Makin. Good after contact meters from Harvey Makin. Of course, Oldham running a sub down at the moment as Geyer gets it to Chapelhow. And Chapelhow just can't get out of the clutches of Parkinson as Geyer at dummy half comes to this right hand side to Wildy. Here's Morgan Smith. Graham had shot the line and forced him into the tackle. A little bit of 6 again. Too slow as Geyer at dummy half to Ewan Moore. Moore gets away from one, gets it to Bibby. Good quick hands for Nisbet. Nisbet cuts in field and he's wrapped up 5 away from the line. As Ewan Moore waits at dummy half, and that's going to be a penalty instead this time. It's actually hands on the jumper. I get the feeling this penalty is going to go to Dewsbury for some reason. Wasn't Tom Nisbet. Yeah, it was Ewan Moore holding on to the Dewsbury player, and that's the reason that penalty has been given. Kick comes into touch. 2 footballs on the field at the moment. Senior then with the restart gets it to Hookham. Here is Bentley. Dewsbury have just sneaked a change in there. We'll try and bring you that as soon as we've got it. It's Louis Walker. Just get that one announced to the crowd. Interchange for Dewsbury, leaving the field is 14 Jacob Parkinson and coming on number 19 Louis Walker. Hookham now will move into dummy half. Is a hooker by trade. Jacob Hookham started up at Hull. Had a spell at Whitehaven as well. As Hookham at dummy half. Gets it back to Coates. Tester here for Ben Davies, and Davies safe under the high ball and offside. It's going to be the call on, or somebody's put a push in the back. So Milo McKelvey gives Oldham the penalty. 38-0 up. 15 gone in this second half. Smith with the touch finder. That one's in the car park. As Oldham look to make 2 changes. Here's Harvey Makin with the carry. Geyer at dummy half to Smith. Here's Ewan Moore. Interchange for Oldham, leaving the field number 9 Matty Wildy, and returning number 13 Adam Milner, and also leaving the field number 19 Harvey Makin, and returning number 10 Owen Farnworth. So 2 changes for the Ruffians as Geyer at dummy half gets it to Drinkwater. Ashers took it, stood still, cuts back into centre field, can't get the arm free for the offload. As Geyer at dummy half comes to the right to Chapelhow, out the back to Morgan Smith. Here is Ewan Moore. Last tackle for Oldham. Surely that's a set restart. As Geyer at dummy half gets it to Morgan Smith. Here is Drinkwater. Drinkwater just dropped it on the floor looking for Emmanuel Waine. And Emmanuel Waine, it's been disallowed and play on's been given. Oh, Dewsbury come up with an error. McShane got the pass away, looking to try and play it on. I'm not quite sure what will happen here. I think we might come back for the first offence. I think he's ruled Waine knocked on. And no, we're going to come back. It's going to be an Oldham scrum, 25 away from the line.
So Oldham have this scrum just outside the 20.
As Drinkwater then feeds the scrum. Geyer from the base finds Morgan Smith out the back to Davis, and Davis puts one fend on, two fends on, and decides to take the tackle. Nisbet at dummy half. Oh, shocking pass from Nisbet, and he's ruled it a knock on as Milo McKelvey. So we come up to 17 gone in this second half here this afternoon. So Dewsbury will get the scrum on the 20-metre line. Quite the game in London at the moment. So Oldham looks to put the push on, and a foot up penalty. I don't think I've seen one of them since about 1984. And Dewsbury will get 5 inside the Oldham half. As Bailey O'Connor will just tap and go on his own. Hookham at dummy half to Walker. Walker to Coates. Coates finds McShane into the line, and McShane is held by Bibby and by Smith. Coates finds Bentley. It's the furthest that Dewsbury have been up in this second half. As Hookham waits at dummy half, comes to the left hand side to Coates. Coates in off the wing. Comes Tom Delaney, can't hold on to it. 2 knock-ons, and we'll pack the scrum. So we'll pack this scrum then. 15 away from the Oldham line. Here is Manu Waine. Cole Geyer at dummy half to Owen Farnworth. Solid run from Owen Farnworth as Geyer at dummy half goes to the left to Drinkwater. Long pass finds Bibby on that right hand side. Here is Bibby still. Dixon at dummy half. Comes to the left to Milner. Here is Morgan Smith. Smith looks to straighten things up. Gets the offload late to Dixon. Dixon has options. Dixon straightens things up, puts a kick in. Why? No need to do that from Kieran Dixon. And Dewsbury have got it back as Jacob Hookham gets it to Summers. Hookham at dummy half. Good solid challenge from Farnworth and from Charnworth. And too slow is the ruling of Milo McKelvey with the tackle on Tom Delaney, and Dewsbury will get the penalty. That's another ball kicked out of the ground. We'll be running out of them soon. As Hookham gets it to Means, and Means again hit with a solid challenge. 19 left. Hookham at dummy half to Coates. Coates finds Collinson, who goes short to Brad Graham. Hookham at dummy half to the left to McShane. McShane pops it up to George Senior. Coates at dummy half finds Hookham, drops it off to Bentley. Bentley met by Moore. Dewsbury 10 away from the line as Hookham at dummy half. Goes to that right hand side. Chance here, and he's lost it over the line. And time off's going to be called by Milo McKelvey. I'm not sure what the decision is. I'm pretty certain it's no try, and it's going to be a 20-metre restart. We're just trying to decide if it was lost short of the field or in the field of play, and it's been lost in the in goal. And referee wants a controlled restart. Dixon then takes it and goes on his own. I think Kieran Dixon's moved into full-back. Oldham have just had a bit of a shuffle round here. Ben Davis has come back to this right centre. It's Nisbet at dummy half. Bibby's gone to the left wing, and Nisbet's going to have to surrender to stop the obstruction with Matty Ashurst. It's Geyer at dummy half. Goes to the left-hand side to Drinkwater. Here is Ashurst. Ashurst to Bibby. Bibby's away. Bibby needs support. Puts a kick through. Looking for Geyer. It's going to be kicked dead by a Dewsbury player, and it will be a goal line dropout. Good work down that left-hand side. Oldham have made plenty of hay down there this afternoon so far. And we're at time off at the moment. As they go along, Morgan Smith will field right down below our position as Chapelhow with the carry. And Chapelhow gets 28 away from the line as Geyer at dummy half to Drinkwater. Here's Owen Farnworth on the charge. And Farnworth puts a ground 15 away from the line as Geyer waits at dummy half, goes to the left to Morgan Smith. Here is Matty Ashurst. And Ashurst is wrapped up 5 away from the line. Ashurst has flat dropped that. No, he hasn't. It's a penalty for ball interference. And Oldham are going to run with Geyer to Smith. Here is Farnworth. Geyer at dummy half. Comes to the right to Smith. Here is Drinkwater to Davis. Oh, just couldn't get it through the hands to Nisbet. He's put to ground 5 away from the line. As Ewan Moore waits at dummy half to Drinkwater. Drinkwater to Geyer. Finds Smith to Dixon. Dixon to Emmanuel Waine. Waine for the corner. And Emmanuel Waine will get a debut try for Oldham. 64 minutes on the clock. And Emmanuel Waine gets a debut try. Superb ball move to the right hand side. Oldham just had the overload. You aren't going to stop Emmanuel Waine from 10 yards out. And Oldham lead by 42 points to 0. Try scorer for Oldham on debut for number 17, Manu Waine. And Manu Waine with a debut try this afternoon for Oldham. And here is Kieran Dixon with the conversion attempt on that far side. It's Dixon then with the kicks, trying to curl it round. Has he curled it too much? He's curled it too much. So with just coming over, 14 minutes left here at Beaufold. It's Oldham 42, Dewsbury Rams 0. Dan Coates gets us back underway. It's fielded by Drinkwater on the goal line, and it's going to be Owen Farnworth from the back fence. And Farnworth gets 20 away from the line, and not just to make life even harder, here he comes again. Here is Manu Waine for the Ruffians. as Chapelhouse with the carry. It's Cole. Geyer goes from dummy half. Needs support. Has it from Chapelhouse. And Chapelhouse will get just short of halfway. Held is the call from Milo McKelvey as Geyer waits at dummy half. Goes to that left-hand side to Drinkwater to Ashurst. On the crash ball, Ashurst. Good meters after contact. On the last tackle, just a little dink through over the top. McShane has come up with the error and Oldham will get the scrum. And it'll be 10 away from the line, and Dewsbury are looking to get Luke Nelms and Declan Tomlinson back out there, but they're not going to get the chance. Jack Ormondroyd about to get back out there as well. That's going to be one of them. Valu Bentley will be one of the Dewsbury players to come off at the back end of this step. Geyer from the base of the scrum finds Morgan Smith, drops it off to Davis. Davis, just didn't quite have the support as Geyer waits at dummy half. It's Geyer, goes to the left to Milner, drops it off to Chapelhouse. It's Ted Chapelhouse. It's put back to the 10-metre line. Geyer waits at dummy half. As Geyer goes to Farnworth, Owen Farnworth, 3 away from the line. Geyer waits at dummy half. Here is Drinkwater to Smith to Davis, quick hands. Nisbet for the corner, and Nisbet will score. And Oldham are in again. And it's Tom Nisbet with the try this time. 11:45 left on the clock. And again, superb hands from Oldham to get them into the corner. And Oldham are in again, and they lead by 46 points to 0.
Try scorer for Oldham, number 21, Tom Nisbet. And Tom is available to sponsor.
Kieran Dixon then with the conversion attempt for the Ruffians on this near touchline. It's been successful from here. Here is Dixon then. Kicks on its way. It's not going to come round enough. It's just faded to the side of the post. But Oldham lead by 46 points to 0.
It is Oldham 46, Dewsbury Rams 0. And an interchange for Oldham. Leaving the field is number 15, Ted Chapelhouse, and returning number 8, Jack Ormondroyd. And 2 changes for Dewsbury. Leaving the field 20, Valu Tane Bentley, and 12, Luke Meehan. And returning 8, Luke Nelms, and 13, Declan Tomlinson.
As Coates gets us back underway. Kick's gone to the other side this time. It's the first time they've kicked to the left-hand side all afternoon. And we're inside the last 10 minutes. There's Davis with the carry. Geyer at dummy half. Gets it to Milner. Drinkwater finds Emmanuel Waine. And Manu Waine winds it up. Geyer at dummy half to Farnworth. It's Geyer to Milner, to Morgan Smith, to Ewan Moore. Moore steps back on the inside and put to ground 10 inside the Dewsbury half. Geyer to Drinkwater, high, tester for McShane, and McShane fields, and McShane taken by Dixon this time. Great change from Oldham. As Delaney goes from dummy half, gets a good one from Jack Ormondroyd, Hookham at dummy half. Dewsbury up to make a change, and Parkinson's back out there. Penalty drilled and dropped in the director's box. The senior gets it to Parkinson. Here is Tomlinson. It's Parkinson at dummy half. Goes to the right to Walker. Walker looks to go down that right hand side with Summers. Parkinson at dummy half to Walker. Here is Luke Nelms. Parkinson waits at dummy half, comes to the left hand side to Coates. Coates tries to find a way through. It's Parkinson at dummy half. Gets it to Luke Nelms, formerly of this parish back in the day. It's Parkinson at dummy half, goes to the right hand side to Coates. Coates to Walker. Walker gets it wide to O'Connor, and the scramble is good from Oldham. It will be a turnover. 8th and final interchange for Dewsbury Rams. Leaving the field is number 7 Jacob Hookham, and returning number 14 Jacob Parkinson. So Oldham start 10 away from their own line. Here's Manu Waine. Another strong carry from Manu Waine, but he's lost it this time in this tackle. So we'll pack this scrum down. And we'd like to thank you for your support here at Bowerfold this afternoon. The official attendance is 741. So Dewsbury get the chance from the scrum. There's Coates to McShane. McShane, oh, should have passed. Gets a bit of a bell ringer from Nisbet as well. And a set restart. It's going to be a penalty this time. So Dewsbury then with the penalty with Luke Nelms. It's Parkinson waits at dummy half. Goes to the right hand side to Tomlinson's pass is on the deck. Summers will collect. Summers gets an offload to Parkinson. Parkinson looks to straighten up but gets no change at all. There's Nelms at dummy half. 5 minutes left. Parkinson waits at dummy half, comes to the left to Coates. Coates drops it on the ground. Dixon at fullback is safe, and Dixon stays in the field of play. And the opportunity for Dewsbury has gone as Oldham look to make their 8th and final change. Davis looking to do the hard yards, and Davis is going backwards. And an 8th and final interchange for Oldham. Leaving the field is number 10 Owen Farnworth, and coming on number 19 Harvey Makin. So that's all the interchange is done here this afternoon. Smith at dummy half. Gets it to Milner. Oldham are going to play from deep with Drinkwater. Here's Manu Waine. Waine's got Bibby on his outside, and Waine decides to stick hold this time. And that worked at London last week as well. Ashurst just going across the face of the boss as Owen Farnworth gets a warm round of applause. Geyer to Morgan Smith. Smith just drills it down, looking to turn Delaney round, and Delaney collects, comes back into centre field, and he's put to ground, and it's time to give out the player of the match. And a penalty been given by Marlow McKelvey there, showed the ball has been stolen. And this afternoon's player of the match has been chosen by J&B Installations and has gone to number 17, Emmanuel Waine. It's Coates then with the tackle. And Dewsbury will start 20 away from their own line. There's Tomlinson with the carry. Oldham, of course, no game next weekend. They've got the bye. The senior with the carry. It's Parkinson at dummy half. Goes across. As Nelms is wrapped up on halfway. 2.5 minutes left here. As Parkinson jumps from dummy half. Milner wasn't square, and he's given a set restart for not square as Parkinson keeps going and eventually wrapped up by Geyer, 18 away from the line. It's Coates at dummy half to Nelms. Goes to that right hand side as Walker finds Coates. Coates has Summers on the crash ball, but no way through this Oldham defence at the moment. It's Parkinson at dummy half. Oh, and it's been dropped backwards, so that's going to be play on. It's picked up by Walker. Walker puts a little kick through. Somebody needs to react. They have, and it's Big Jack Ormondroyd. And Oldham will get the ball back on their own line. It's Geyer at dummy half. Gets it to Manu Waine, who's been chosen as the player of the match this afternoon by our fine sponsors. Davis with the carry. Manu Waine has lost it again, and it's picked up by Nelms. 70 seconds left as Parkinson at dummy half pops it up. As Parkinson waits at dummy half, goes to the right hand side as Coates finds Declan Tomlinson. Tomlinson is going to be put to ground. 10 away from the line. Colin Parkinson at dummy half to Luke Nelms. Deep inside the last minute here. Parkinson goes to the right to Walker. Here is Summers. Summers with a step, gets no change from Drinkwater, gets it away, and that's probably Dewsbury's last chance to score Gunners. Geyer finds Dixon. Dixon going across the face of the post. Dixon gets it away to Moore to Davis to Nisbet. Are we going to get an on the bell try like we got last time here at Borfolders? Dixon then. Dixon trying to get through. Dixon's through. Dixon's got Smith with him. Gets it to Morgan Smith. And Morgan Smith will keep hold. Last play of the game coming up. As Geyer at dummy half. Drinkwater for the drop goal, and Drinkwater has missed it, and that is it. Full time here at Borfold. Oldham into the 4th round of the Challenge Cup. They've won here by 46 points to 0.